to everyone for giving this, warm welcome. My name is Ridhima, and am I audible well? Okay, thank you so much. Um, my name is Ridhima, and I'm basically from, based in Bangalore currently, but originally I am from a place called Kanpur in North India. Family-wise, I have two children. My daughter is 9-year-old, and my son is 3-year-old. My husband works in a consulting firm in a senior position. He is also a wellness coach with the wellness coaching community. I worked in IT industry for close to a decade, and I used to work because I used to live in Kanpur. So I worked in IIT Kanpur, and few years I served IT industry in Bangalore. But little background about my earlier days, before marriage or before job and all. I basically come from a traditional business family where all my uncles, my parents, everybody, all are in traditional business. Right. What happened in when traditional business happened is I remember the vague memory, like, we used to have a lot of gatherings, about, family gatherings. People used to come to our place. We used to visit them. And, the thing was, the gathering was all about the food. I remember, when that time when people used to visit us from the different cities and they used to live with us, there was a, 25-liter of refined oil cans that used to come to our homes, and that get over on not more than, like, it used to go for 2-3 months and it get over 25 liters of refined. That much oil we used to consume, and that much we used to cook and serve. And all happiness, everything was around the food at that time. And it was all going good because that was life, that was everything. Way back in 2006, when my dad was in his mid 50s, early 50s, I would say, he got a heart attack. At that time, he was traveling in a train and he just survived by God's grace. Everything went well, and he come out of that, shock. But what left us behind was there was a lot of uncertainty somehow came, and we realized the real importance of health at that time. Because I remember people used to visit my dad because that was the only thing happened. That was the only, experience we had in our family, that my dad got heart attack and he was there, right? So people used to visit us with, with a question in their mind that how come this happened? And some people used to visit us because he was a traditional businessman. And, in the traditional businessman family, what happened is a lot of debit and credit, right? It's a lot of goods he has to pay for and a lot of money he has to receive from the people. And we as a family didn't know how much we have to get from the people. We are in uncertainty, and people used to visit us. They again come with a question that when he will get up and return our money, which he has taken for the goods. Right. And we lived that thing because no one was working. He was the only earning member in the family. We were studying at that time, and suddenly this shock got us. And that really helped us understand that how important the health is, really, not for a person, but for the whole family. What children go through, or what a wife go through, or a whole family go through when a earning member of the family, or any member of the family, in fact, go through the pain at that time. We experienced that very early, and since then we started working on correcting things, whatever we knew. And that seed of actually living a healthy life, or leading a good life, like health wise, was seed. That seed was there at that time because of the sudden shock what we experienced as a family, right? And later on, marriage and other things happen, and then we met our coaches, our coaches Ratish and Chandrika. And when we met them, what happened is, actually two things happened from this incident. One is we realized the importance of health a lot from that, deep from our heart. Second thing we realized is the importance of money, both the things. Right. But when we met our coaches, that time they help us realize that life is not only about money or the health. The wheel of a life has different spokes. How do you conduct yourself? What is the recreativity you do in your life? How are your relationships really? How spiritually you grow? All those things, when we see them, when we interacted with them, we learn. And they help us in many aspects in detangling our life, putting our focus from only two spokes of wheel to the other spokes of the wheel as well, because that is where it brings the complete balance of life. When got introduced to the WQ, we got to know about their philosophy and the methods they approach for this. I delivered my second child that time, and I delivered and I lost around 13 kg weight with the philosophy what WQ philosophy taught us. And I was on a thyroid medication that time during that pregnancy. I stopped that. I lost around 13 kg, and till that I maintained my weight. It didn't grow. That means the things we adopted was a completely lifestyle change we had adopted in every aspect, right? So that is the good thing about WQ. And then later I enrolled myself, and then I got a confidence because I was working earlier before my first child. Since my first child was born, I was looking for options to create a balance. What I've seen in our coach's life, I was looking for that kind of balance. And after this, I enrolled, start the process of becoming coach, and I'm very, very happy because currently I work on my own norms. I work on my own flexibility, and I have two children. I said I have to take care of the home very smoothly. Everything is just go smooth with the process and these things. And later, what I would say is, in the process of helping people achieving their health goals, in I would say last 1.5 years or so, I worked around 70 clients. Initially, the goal was to make money. Of course, that was a thing in my mind. But gradually, what I come to know when I'm working with so many people and transforming their health, I realized that when people come back and tell you that what you taught us, we implemented after the program also, and I got my pregnancy, I got my conception normally. Because before the program, they were struggling. They were, went through this. I'm talking about two couples who came back to us and they said that they conceived naturally after, failing 2 3 cycles of IVF. Right. One person came back and he said that my surgery was due because of the high sugar load and the wound was not healing. My surgery got cancelled because you taught us something and we implemented for a long period of time. A guideline says that the thyroid medication got stopped and she is, facing a better, healthier life today because they adopted the wellness philosophy. So that actually gave us the goosebumps, and they realize that yes, I think there is more we can do with the people, and that is beyond money. Money wise, financially wise, what I would say is we are making enough that we could run a monthly household with our WQ income, and I'm looking forward, to make it 6-figure every month. Mukesh, my husband, is equally passionate to pursue this profession. Both of us are taking it together. One more thing I realized, over the period of time is I read somewhere, because we encourage highly, during this, in the WQ, that reading is an important aspect. So I read somewhere that you are saying ki, if you're not transforming or evolving in the process of making somebody better, then there is something, a gap, or either you are making a sale or you are helping somebody or doing something. If you personally, as a person, is not evolving or getting better, there is a gap. There is something which is missing. What I realize is, from the person I was, who was a biggest procrastinator, he used to postpone things and do a lot of imagining work and thought that it will happen just because of the imaginations. Today I'm a very, very productive person, I could say. Not only the days, weeks, but my month's calendar is almost fixed, and I have a better clarity about my time and my work, and that gives me happiness. The person who used to shy away from getting into the crowd, a kind of social anxiety I used to have when I used to go in crowd, and I used to prefer that I will not talk. I think somebody will take a lead or talk, or I'll just only smile or say high five. That's all from the person I'm, becoming, talking to 300 plus people today in the audience. So that's a big achievement I'll see. And many other aspects of life has been transformed. My personal health has been transformed. I was never that much energetic or good with my health or my energy levels. So everything has transformed after getting enrolled as a coach and working with the people. This opportunity is phenomenal. It covers all the wheels, spoke of the wheels of life, I would say. And with that, I am done. Thank you for giving this opportunity.